Guillaume Grallet, who's here on set with us. Guillaume is a veteran technology reporter at Le Point magazine, and of course the face of Tech24 every Friday here on France 24 on the French channel. Thanks for being here, Guillaume.
Hello, Peter.
Your phone has not stopped going off this morning. Probably quite a rude awakening this summer. Now, tell me, do we know any more about why exactly Durov's been arrested?
Yeah, for now we are waiting for more conclusions. But at the end of what's happening to Pavel Durov, there is the Office chargé de la lutte contre les violences faites aux mineurs, Francis Hoffman, who's accusing Telegram of not having enough moderation concerning alleged offenses, including fraud, drug trafficking, cyberbullying, but also organized crime or promotion of terrorism. So we cannot know what's happening, but it's interesting to know that it's French authorities who are at the head of this investigation and not European Union, because Telegram, with only 42 million users in Europe, is not obliged to obey the Digital Services Act, the new European regulation that forces all the big platforms to have more moderation in the future.
Yeah, that's right. 45 million users in the European Union is that threshold to fall under the Digital Services Act here. Now, Durov got French citizenship 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's obviously been quite it's obviously, looking at this, you must think it's got a complicated relationship with France.
Yeah, Pavel Durov was born in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg. He spent lots of time in Italy when he was a young guy, but he's got this French citizenship. He spends most of his time in Dubai, but he has a house on the western side of Paris, and is also being used by French very powerful people like the French President Emmanuel Macron, and lots of political parties who are using the Telegram channels that are very powerful to exchange images, video, but also he's got some complex relations with Moscow, with Russia, where he was born, because he was at the origin with his brother, for example, of VKontakte, which is considered as a Russian Facebook. And at the head of VKontakte in 2011, he resisted the FSB. He didn't want to share any information with the Russian authorities, but and for example, he protected Alexei Navalny then. But at the same time, some people say that he found an agreement with the Russian authorities. Otherwise, he would have been shot a long time ago.
Well, the Russian authorities wanted what's known as a backdoor into Telegram, from what I understand, to be able to see what was going on there.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen quite a strong reaction then from Russia, but also from other people in the tech world over on the west coast of the US.
Yeah, we've seen a reaction from Elon Musk, the new head of X, Twitter, saying that it's a fight against freedom of speech, like arresting of Pavel Durov. But we've seen also reactions from figures of the Silicon Valley, like Paul Graham, at the head of the creator of Y Combinator, saying that it's hard to imagine a country both arresting the founder of Telegram and being a tech hub. So we have this debate like we see very often on the tech industry between the freedom of speech and the necessity to fight against the terrorism, for example, or child abuse. Some people say that France is arresting Pavel Durov because it doesn't allow French authorities to spy on citizens. But I would say that it's very easy to spy on people. You can have software like Pegasus on every phone. So it's a little bit more complicated. But at the same time, it's also too easy maybe to say that Pavel Durov should be only arrested. It's like arresting the CEO of La Poste in France because you're gonna have some letters promoting terrorism or child abuse. So we have to find a real balance here. And if Pavel Durov is arrested, what we can guess, Peter, is it's going to be a a very huge case, maybe as huge as the one we've seen with Edward Snowden, or more recently with all the figures that are being arrested, Julian Assange. And it's more like with Julian Assange, the freedom of informing people against the necessity to defend some US very key elements.
Yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on. Of course, we don't know how long he'll be detained for. We know he's going to court this Sunday in France. But as you say, perhaps if he's held for a long time, he could become another cause célèbre. Thank you, Guillaume Gralet. And just to say to our viewers that the Tech24 show comes back again this Friday. Myself presenting it in English, Guillaume Gralet presenting it in French at 2:30 p.m. So tune in then to see more of Guillaume's analysis.